I think we've learned that people don't want to spend $10 for a bunch of CDs, but they'll spend $70 for a piece of beautiful gatefold vinyl, 180 gram, 5 discs of vinyl, and it looks like an art object that you want to keep on your shelf. And I think that's where the music industry needs to start setting their sights a little bit, is start realizing that people don't want to pay for songs. They want to pay for art. They want to pay for something beautiful. They want to pay for something that they can feel like they possess something. What am I going to want to keep on my shelf forever? What is going to be something I'm going to want to continue to look at in 20 years and hold in 20 years? What's going to be permanent? What's going to be more permanent than the music that's etched onto it?
The central to everything we do is the belief that we're creating something special that as a music fan, as an art lover, that you would want to engage with, that would excite you, that feels like it's something that you want to engage with in a way that's just beyond consuming it. So at the Vinyl Factory, we bring together musicians and artists to create limited editions. These projects have a musical element and consist of some artwork. The idea being that they're special, they're unique in some way, they have a high standard, they're something beautiful that you want to own and you want to enjoy. We created this gatefold, which is actually a single. There's also artworks, there's art prints inside here. It's a very small edition of 300. And then within the sleeve itself, there's the record, obviously, which is the vinyl. And on the B side to the vinyl, there's an etching. So we actually etch onto the vinyl itself. So really thinking of the vinyl as a piece of artwork on its own, The idea of actually buying or trading something that you can have in your hands, in your house, that stands on your shelf or in your record collection or within your home. You do that partly as a sort of signifier of being a fan, partly because you love or engage with the music or the artwork to such an extent that you want to own it, and partly, I think most importantly, because it's a distinct experience. And so much of what we do now, we do on our computers or our handheld devices, and it's you basically saying, okay, I'm going to switch my computer off for 5 minutes, or I'm going to step away from my TV and I'm going to go and play a record. This is the Pet Shop Boys' most recent album, Yes, presented as an art object containing 11 records, which have all the album tracks on them with an exclusive instrumental version on the B-side, and an art print which has been signed by Neil and Chris from the band. So it's a very limited edition of 300 copies only. This is actually a gold-plated metal tick, so you don't get that on your iPod. You perhaps look at a record and pick this thing up as a tactile object. It's not something that you listen to or as a digital file that you have hundreds of. You have one at a time, so maybe you think about it slightly differently. You pick it up, put it in its sleeve, you look at the sleeve, it becomes more like an object that's distinct in a way, really. And I guess that affects the way you listen to the music.